Man United XI from Paul Scholes' nightmare final game, and where they are now. Paul Scholes, one of Manchester United's greatest ever midfielders, turns 47 today. The midfielder maestro is an 11-time Premier League winner and 2-time Champions League winner, and was once described by Arsenal legend Thierry Henry as the greatest ever Premier League player. Having made his debut in 1993, Scholes went on to feature 718 times for Man United before announcing his retirement in 2013. The England international had planned to hang up his boots the season before, and a testimonial match was even held in his honor. But Scholes' passion for football had not faded, and United had an injury crisis in midfield, and so at the age of 37, the midfielder played one last season for the Red Devils. Scholes' last game for Manchester United came from off the bench in the famous 5-5 draw away at West Bromwich Albion. He replaced Shinji Kagawa in the 69th minute when the score was 5-2 to United, then Romelu Lukaku stole the show. It was also Sir Alex Ferguson's final match in charge of the Red Devils on an emotional day for the club. Now, Daily Star Sport investigates where the Manchester United XI from Scholes' final appearance are today by featuring in the match against West Brom. Lindegaard qualified for a Premier League winners' medal having played 10 league matches that season. But the following season was not as prominent for the Danish international, making just 3 appearances before leaving for West Brom on a free transfer. Lindegaard never played for the Baggies, though, and was shipped out on loan to Preston midway through the season. Is Paul Scholes the greatest Premier League midfielder ever? Let us know in the comments section. He then penned a 1-year deal at Deepdale following the mutual termination of his contract. Fellow Lancastrian side Burnley then came calling at the end of the campaign, and he made his debut for the club in the Europa League second qualifying round. Lindegaard joined current club Hull Singbergs in 2019, scoring a 90th-minute equaliser against Falkenberg's French Francs in July 2020. Capped 93 times by Northern Ireland, Evans left Manchester United for West Brom on a permanent deal in 2015 for an undisclosed fee. After 3 seasons in the Black Country, the defender linked up with high-flying Leicester in 2018 with the Foxes activating a £3.5 million relegation release clause in his contract. A mainstay in the Leicester backline since his arrival, Evans has already made over 100 appearances for Brendan Rodgers' side. A 3-time Premier League winner with Man United, the 33-year-old added the FA Cup to his collection with a 1-0 win over Chelsea in last season's final. A regular for Manchester United before his injury, Jones has been missing since undergoing a knee operation in June 2020. His last appearance for the Red Devils came almost 2 years ago when he scored in a 6-1 FA Cup 4th-round win at Tranmere Rovers. The 29-year-old has made just 2 Premier League starts in the past 3 seasons. Jones admits he has had to go to hell and back after the surgery, but is now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and has resumed first-team training. Appointed captain by Jose Mourinho, Valencia enjoyed Europa League, FA Cup and League Cup success after Scholes' retirement. The Ecuadorian left United in 2019 after 325 Premier League appearances, which remains a record for a South American player. A 1-year spell in his homeland with LDU Quito was followed by a free transfer to Mexican side Querétaro. Valencia announced his retirement from professional football in May this year. Unfavored by David Moyes, Butner was flogged to Dynamo Moscow for £4.4 million, where he signed a 3-year with the Russian outfit. A long-term injury halted his progress, though, and the Dutchman was sent on loan to Anderlecht for the second half of the 15-16 campaign. Butner returned to Vitesse in 2017, where he won the KNVB Cup in his first season back. A 2-month spell at New England in the MLS followed, before joining current club RKC Waalwijk in July. A 4-time Premier League winner, Anderson ended his 7.5-year affiliation with Manchester United in 2015, signing for Internacional in his homeland Brazil. And things didn't go swimmingly for him back on home soil. After missing a spot kick on debut against Cruzeiro, Anderson was substituted after 36 minutes in his second game, requiring an oxygen mask to leave the field due to the ground being situated 3.68 kilometers above sea level. The Brazilian then returned to Europe in 2018, signing for second division side Adana Demirspor. Anderson retired from football in 2020. A £24 million signing from Tottenham in 2006, Carrick often played alongside Scholes, forming a key partnership in Man United's title-winning sides. Now a member of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's backroom staff, Carrick retired from football in 2018. He made his 464th and final appearance against Watford on the last day of the 17-18 season, receiving a standing ovation from the Old Trafford faithful as he was substituted. Serving under Jose Mourinho and Solskjaer, Carrick has often been tipped with a move into management phased out under David Moyes, cleverly opted to join his manager's former club Everton in 2015 upon the expiration of his contract. Cleverly made 22 appearances for the Toffees despite suffering a malleolar injury that kept him out for 8 weeks of the season. But the appointment of Ronald Koeman did him no favours, and the England international opted to head to Watford on loan for the second time in his career, after heading to Vicarage Road once before, whilst with Man United. A loan move then became permanent in the summer of 2017. Cleverly was made Watford captain following Troy Deeney's departure in the summer. Having flopped at Man United, Kagawa returned to Borussia Dortmund in 2014 for an undisclosed fee. The Japanese starred on his second debut, scoring a goal and setting up another to help Dortmund record a win 3-1 against South Carolina Freiburg. But new coach Lucien Favre's preferred Marco Reus, and Kagawa was shipped out on loan to Besiktas. A one-year spell in Spain's second tier with Real Zaragoza followed before the mutual termination of his contract. In January, Kagawa signed for Greece Super League club PAOK on a 1.5-year contract. 9 goals in 35 matches was not enough to impress new boss Moyes, who sanctioned Hernandez's loan move to Real Madrid the following season. Los Blancos did have an option to make the deal permanent at the end of the campaign, but they chose not to sign the Mexican forward. 2-year stints at Bayer Leverkusen and West Ham then followed before Hernandez was sold to Sevilla at the start of the 1920th season. His return to Spain lasted just 6 months though, where he scored just 1 goal in 9 league appearances. Now applying his trade in America, Hernandez has been on the books at La Galaxy since January 2020, when he signed a deal to become the MLS' highest paid player. Van Persie spent 2 more years as United's #1 striker after Scholes' retirement, but failed to hit the heights of his debut season at Old Trafford. The Dutchman penned a 3-year deal with Fenerbahce in 2015, before returning to first club Feyenoord in 2018. The former Arsenal forward called time on his impressive career in 2020.